Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Everything Happiness channel. I'm Captain Grandmaster Shaji Matthew. Today, we will think about the government of India's, the ruling government of BJP and the previous governments, the Congress government. The Congress ruled the India 54 years and the BJP government now ruling is 2014 to 2026, 12 years of Narendra Modi ji's rule. We can have a compare about these rules and the ruling of India government achievements, merits and demerits. What for now the coming elections and the what about the Aam Aadmi people, common people think about the merit and demerit of our Indian government and its rule. The achievement of mainly in the Congress rule was, I think, it is one of the Right to Information Act. This Right to Information Act, which is getting the information about the government, how the government is working to the common people. Now, this Right to Information Act is already diluted and not much information is not getting and it is already diluted much more. The second, the Congress government have done for the job for the village peoples. That is, the common man must get this many days in 1 year. This much of job in the village people. The job security that is already helped many poor people in the villages, and they all get, especially in the women and girls and the jobless youths for surviving in the poverty, and it made very much help to the common people. Now this already is diluted. Now the central government already diluted because of the rich corporate people are not getting enough people with less money. That is why now 60-40, 60% is in a central government, 40% in the state government, and the state government probably will not pay the money, and it is already derailed this Job Security Act. And the Congress government, like in Indira Gandhi rule time and all, made in the nuclear. India made its own nuclear and kept it over there, and India became one of the superpower in a world scenario, and that is one of the prestigious thing happened in India. Even India is considered as a developing country, but still they made our scientists have much progressed about the nuclear facilities, nuclear reactors, and nuclear capability that is shocked the entire world in the people, and India made it. That is one of the great achievement of a Congress government. In the other thing is that the Congress government made it is the unity. The constitution is the great among thing, the constitutional rights. Now the constitutional rights and the election commission and already narrowed, and the decision of election commission as well as in the constitutional rights of a human people are just like it is already diluted. That is happened. Okay, now we are thinking about the we will think about the BJP government's merits. The BJP government's merits comes across the digital India. The digital India by forcefully or by law or anything else, the international scenario, the digital India in India very much leader about the leader about the digital India, digital transactions, banking, and etc. etc. The second thing is the Kashmir became part of India. It is already just like captured without a war and all. Now India and now the Kashmir is a part of India. Before even one cannot even just hoist the flag also. The Kashmir flag first, Indian flag second, and all that was so much of religious as well as some partiality over there. Special privilege to the Kashmir and all that has been stopped. And another thing, the government has made a great achievement about in the rule of some states, especially UP and all, became a orderless, lawless state became now is under strict rule of Mr. Yogi, and that law and order situation is benefited. That like that the common people are thinking this achievement and all done, and the dilution of the constitutional rights. We can say some foreign relations and all India having much joint. Together with Afghanistan, and all Afghanistan even don't have any human rights at all for the women and all women, and the slavery became their constitutional rights, and women's freedom is nothing, and women don't have any education, women empowerment is zero, and like that such a country is have a good friends with India and all, and that is must have a questionable. But India also the women's rights must improve, and the thing must be improved. All humans are equal. That is freedom to speech, freedom to live, freedom to work, and freedom to the religion. It is most important, and the majority. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, like that, either dividing by casteism, divided by religion, is not a good thing for the country. The constitution, the law of land is the most important. The second thing that the BJP government, it is questionable now to the partiality of the justice system of India. The officials and bureaucracy is already afraid about many rules, which is some rules. It is in the court itself. Many cases are postponed. When some cases 46 times, 50 times postponed, and some cases there is no inquiry about in the court and all, especially in the justice house. There was a fire in the in the note itself, in the currency notes fired, and found out accidentally, and the investigation is nothing in progress, and what is happening, like this justice is jeopardized. That is what it is happening. The integrity of India, the national anthem and all, it is a good thing. India must be considered as a one country and one language. That propaganda might be good for the nation, and it is all right. But India is states of union, and is different culture, different attitude, different way of life. That all together is becoming India is a mighty country, and the diversity that is still alive. The most important thing is that the religion, now the religion and the religious organization is giving the more importance than the education, science and technology. Now we have seen that in the last 12 years, people are so much of wealthy people and common people and young people are migrating to the Western countries looking for the freedom, happiness and enjoying the life. And we can see that even it is saying that the hardcore Hindu and Hindu Veda and all, but the people who are earning, and we have so much of corporate people, 20 lakhs, thousands of big businessmen and all taking money, looting money from India and settling abroad, where there is a correct rule and practice happiness in the life, freedom, and the most important thing in our country or any country, that must be the freedom. If anything given to without a freedom and all, if suppose one bird is in the cage giving the gold also, it is or anything else also, it is not happy. It want a freedom to live, freedom is the most important thing. That is what we have to. We have to understand that our brothers and sisters, without freedom, how much with difficulty we achieved the freedom, because this British is run away because of the unity of people. They cannot survive by force and by firing or killing and all. And because of war, the Britain has cannot cope up with the India's expenses. Then they run away from they divide the country with the local peoples, means local rajas and kings, and they run away, and the India united by tactics of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and all. India became one of the great country in the world, and all the wisdom has come from the ancient time onwards, from the east only, not from the west. India was one of the greatest country in before, say, in the thousands of years back, all the Europeans are want to trade with India, and India become a superpower because of our religion and our Vedas and our system. We have been gone back to into the developing world, but wanted to come out that. Hello viewers, I don't want to extend much more. There are so many things we have to discuss and talk, but the main important thing in our political system, India's political system, is the number one is the constitution and right of the people and the people's freedom, people's freedom to think, freedom to write, freedom to believe. That is the most important thing. After that, all this development, the development which is already in the Congress government, only 65 lakh crore was the debt. Now this present the government debt 205 lakhs of crores is debt, and making some buildings or roads and all. Again it is by agent and sub-agent and like that. Some in India everywhere in the malpractice is going on and commission and going on, and the quality is compromised, and it is already breaking and again rebuilding, and like that. It is not a great achievement. Some railway and all so much of money is pushed for the development, and it is nothing. Nobody, Aam people are not traveling, and it is all going in debt ways. That development is not good for the country, and we have to think about that. And friends, without telling the proper truth and lying the people is not good. The propaganda and the propaganda media all wanted to, some medias all wanted to, main medias and mainstreams want to make the money and the business. That is why they are afraid about to talk about the government and the government bad policies. That we must see that such a type of development is not so good for the country, and the country must develop by from the village, and in the corporate people are 1 or 2% or 5% people are became rich and other people became poor, and the village industries are already broken, and the Aam Aadmi Party common people is suffering, and the Tata, Birla, Ambani or Adani became the big people, and GDP or growth rate showing, and become third or fourth economy in the world, and all this. What the common people must have must have the progress. Then only the country will develop. My dear friends, one thing we can see that people are so much of people are migrating to the other countries. We can see people are not migrating to the some countries like Hindu countries, Nepal and or China or in Saudi Arabia or like Russia and all. No, they all wanted to go to the people where the place the people are believing that the freedom to talk, freedom to live, freedom to life, freedom to do, and the fair justice will happen. Now we can see that in the king's brother is already arrested because of the law in the Britain. So the people are migrating to there only. That's we have to see that, we have to understand that, we have to think about that. That is the freedom is the most important. Constitution is the most important, and we have to share these thoughts to our brothers and sisters for the benefit of the country and the nation, and as well as in the universe. Thank you very much, my dear friends. I am Captain Grandmaster Shaji Matthew. Please like, share, and comment. And thank you very much, dear brothers and sisters. Thank you. Out.